Bolt. But I feel no shame. I got a lot of cleaning done. I did my whole bathroom and I scrubbed it from top to bottom. Normally, my bathroom only takes me like an hour and a half. But then I realized I have not done a deep cleaning since I started working. So that's January. And I'm like, shit. Like, I've done cleaning. This was like, I took the whole damn bathroom apart.
Yeah.
And I scrubbed everything. I scrubbed the walls. I scrubbed the tub. It was a lot. I even brought my fish tank in here now so I can finally start getting to it. Hello, Trigger Happy Gamer.
Hey there.
So something mysterious bit me in my leg this week. So my right leg is swollen, so it's super fun, guys. And I just made the mistake of scratching where this swelling is. And when I say swelling, I mean like it's a large area, but I believe it's just a culmination of events that happened. Animal news. It was 2 weeks ago I took the kittens out and I told everyone about it, isn't it?
No, was it last week?
But I told everyone about it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. The weeks are melting. Because, like, I'm trying to remember how long it's been since I've gone out to certain places. I just know from MMA, so this is great timing. Wow.
Nice.
Were you in the MMA or did you go view MMA? And Axe was cleaning his dick behind me. Yeah, I said your name. Go ahead, go back to it. You're fine. He's giving me the look. He was staring at me like, what? You said my name. And the dogs are out still. Oh, you were in MMA class? Well.
Nice.
Ass. Otherwise, I have animal news, but that's for the actual stream. Horror, how was your week been?
It's been all right. I hate humanity, but yeah, other than that, it's fine.
Twitter has been a shit show this week. Oh my god.
I'm not even talking about Twitter. Compared to reality right now, Twitter's nothing.
Oh my god, that bad?
Yeah, when you work at a store that has its own warehouse and there's serial numbers and things to be counted and nobody actually does the work to make sure everything's accounted for appropriately.
Am I the only person that enjoys inventory?
I can go either way. I don't mind inventory as long as it's a well-oiled system where everything's flowing nicely. This is not where we are right now. Where we are right now is people taking the word of the paperwork for what's there and not double checking anything ever.
How old is the paperwork being done? Like, so the thing is, I understand the paperwork at face value. If like someone just did it this morning, I'm not going to go back and double check. But if nobody's done it in 6 months, I'm going to go double check.
So here's where the problems are. It's an appliance store.
Right.
So you get the appliance from the manufacturer.
Right.
When that appliance comes off the truck, you should make sure that the serial number on your paperwork and model number on your paperwork matches the serial number and model number on that box coming off that truck, because it is not uncommon for them to send you the wrong one.
Do this if you get any electronic whatsoever. So I do this all the time when I was at Walmart and when I was at the furniture stores. Anytime you get an item that comes in a box and then you have the item, check that the serial number and the model number matches the sticker on the back of your item. Because people who work in the warehouses can sometimes steal. I'm going to tell you a story. And after you tell me this, I got a story for you.
I mean, stealing is one of the potential issues, but we wouldn't know if they were stealing right now because we don't really know what's there because no one's been checking. I mean, they've been telling us they're checking, and then it's one of those. It's so much. It's really
so much. She said, it's so much.
So much. I mean, we've got contracts out for various places around town, large amounts of appliances going to the same place and being put in. Large amounts of, things being shipped directly to those places as opposed to, taking up space in our warehouse. And instead of double checking anything, they just print off the email and think that that's supposed to be okay. But if you ask them if they're checking it, oh, yeah, we are. So where's the copy where you checked it off? Oh, I throw that one away and print out a new one because I don't want my paperwork to be messy. And I'm like,
You mean the thing that we needed to make sure things were checked?
yeah,
Threw away?
messy paper. I don't care if the paperwork's messy. I don't care if you took
I
it
need
out
the
and wiped your
numbers.
ass with it at this point. I just want the piece of paper to verify that you didn't do what I asked you to do. That's all.
And I used to get in trouble at my jobs because I would do inventory too well. I would color code everything. So I'd print it out and I would make an index and I would go through all the inventory and I would highlight. So, like, for instance, when I was at Mattress Firm, so all the adjustable bases would be orange, all the mattresses would be blue, all the pillows, this, that, and the other. And I got yelled at for wasting time. I'm like, that is called thorough. It's not wasting time.
It's not a waste of time if you ask me where something is, I can find it in 10 seconds. I didn't waste my time. I'm just not having to waste my time look for it. I mean, because that's actually something we're talking about is taking tape out there and marking off where we want the various things to be so that they have, a visual representation of where they're supposed to be putting things, because God knows they don't put anything where it's such. And then when we're talking about the paperwork, I'm not gonna lie, the paperwork, when it comes in, you're supposed to enter, the serial numbers and everything into the computer. If you have half a brain, it's not that hard. It's really not. Problem is you have to have half a brain. If you don't have half a brain, apparently it's like asking a monkey to build a Corvette.
Honestly, even if they have half a brain, some people just can't fucking function. This has been the topic lately with a lot of people. I don't know why, but inventory is very annoying to a lot of people. I am big on inventory. I love keeping the list and keeping track and knowing what we've got, because then we're not wasting money. We're not over ordering. We're not losing stuff. And then we're not having overhead issues.
The problem is the people who are supposed to be doing this part of the job don't care. They don't. They don't care about if the business is wasting money. They don't care about if the business has a high overhead. All they care is that they do as little as possible, make money, and leave. That's all. And that's the biggest part of the problem, is that people don't understand that it doesn't matter what you do in your life. It doesn't matter what kind of job you have. It doesn't matter if you don't have a job. At some point, in order to survive, you have to put in some form of work. You could literally be in a situation where everybody's bringing you everything on a golden goddamn pillow, and you are still going to have to move your goddamn lungs to breathe. You are at some point, on some level, going to have to exert some effort to breathe, to live, to survive. So there's no such thing as just existing and vibing the way they seem to think it happens. That's not a thing. That's never been a thing. It's never going to be a thing. Get over it. Realize that in order to enjoy life, you have to invest yourself into your life, which means if you don't like your job, find another job. There's plenty of jobs out there.
A lot of people, and this is something that I discovered being the assistant manager of a small business, on top of it, that business owner being my friend, I have discovered that a lot of management teams and a lot of owners, like, for instance, you're thinking, and you're a rules, even though you're ANCAP, you're a rules person. You have rules that you abide by, and those rules are important.
To clarify, I wanted to, because anarchist does not mean we're against rules. We're against rulers.
Like, you have strict rules that you because it has to be followed. I am a rules person. I have found a lot of these people not only don't care about the rules, they don't care about the business. And what I mean by this is, because the mentality now is, fuck those corporations, fuck the business, they don't care about me, why should I care about them? However, these same voices then want to say, They can't tell me what to do. They don't care about me as an individual. Why don't they care about me? Why don't they give me more? They better pay my paycheck. Don't they worry about that? They want the employer to do all that caring without showing any reason for the employer to care.
Oh yeah, no.
And that's I tell them, like, you have to stop expecting them to care about the business the way you care.
Mhm.
And I have found, like, that's why I am normally a person who would be like, I am very much even at work, I'm like, I'll do it myself. Unless I know I can count on that person, or if I don't care, if I am someone who's like, I'm gonna let the business fail, if they're not gonna listen, I'm like, I did my part the way I was supposed to. You told me they were doing it, I relied on that. Are they not adults? Can they not do it on their own?
Apparently not.
I am not going to come in and do it for them. And that's honestly the mentality you're going to have to take, because otherwise it's going to drive you nuts. I'm contemplating if I got to stand up. So if I walk away for a minute, because I might run out of water in the water dish, and I might have to steal the chair from Axel because, okay, this IKEA chair lasts great. Don't ask me why. There is 8 of these chairs at my job. Okay, I've been sitting in them for months. Never have a problem. Now, the chairs wiggle all the time. I have done nothing different. I sit for hours sometimes at my job prepping. There is nothing different. And yet, for some reason, since I brought this chair home, should no work. I actually have one of my followers. If anyone knows where that was from, I'm proud. She knows, because she knew the moment I said it. But bonus points if you know where that's from. Should no work. I was told I should make some kind of crowdfunding with my followers and say, help me get a chair. I feel like, I don't know. You tell me. You have had followers longer than I've had.
I mean, technically, yes. To be entirely honest, at one point, I did actually help crowdfund myself a laptop. That was a few years ago. And as long as whatever, I mean, you did it for the cat, for Penny.
That was a life or death thing, though.
It is a little different, but at the same time, it shows that the people that follow you very much support you and want to help you in your life. If you give people, especially your kind followers, a goal and tell them, hey, I kind of need some help doing this, and it'll make my life easier, and we'll all enjoy this more together. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you follow through.
Well, because I'm contemplating doing like a 12-hour stream for it. And here's why. I also said last night, because someone said they would love, and Shamaria mentioned it. So a lot of girls are talking about lo-fi. And now I'm starting to think, should I get some royalty-free music and just chitter chatter and do like a couple of 2 to 3 hour videos where I'm just doodling, and they can put it on the background. Me, I don't like that shit. I find it easy. And I don't understand. I will take music that I love and I can dance around to while I'm cleaning, or sometimes I will just listen to rain. But I don't understand the idea of, and this is as someone who has ADHD, because everyone's like, well, it's an ADHD thing. For me, it's not. It's the same thing as ASMR. I hate lo-fi. I hate all that stuff. ASMR, any of these mindless things that are supposed to help you tune out. Speaking of, horror got to see my concentration face, guys. That's what I want to show you. We all talked about it last week. And it just so happened I was at work and I was making a post for the restaurant, and I felt it. I felt my face in concentration mode. And so I froze, and without moving a muscle, I changed over to the face camera. Let me tell you something. You all aren't prepared. You aren't prepared for how remedial I look in these photos. But it is definitely my concentration face.
Hey, Sleazy.
That being said, so I don't know, maybe there's 10 of us in here. What do you guys think? If I offered 12-hour stream, or, because I have 2 weeks off in December, 2.5 weeks, then I'm going to be very broken. So I figure I can aim for then. It's going to be around Christmas time. I could do a couple of long streams. I'm going to spend those 2 weeks catching up on a lot of stuff. So that way because that's what I was supposed to do the week that I was gone in May. I got a lot of stuff done, and then as you guys know, I got really sick a week later, and everything, all the work I did got fucked up.
Yep.
I still have all those recordings that I did back in May and June. Now here's the problem. I don't even know if they're relevant anymore. I can't even remember what I recorded, guys. I can't even remember. So, stuff
I'm sure
like
most of it's still relevant, though.
potentially. But it's like I missed, because I was working, I missed the hot spike of Lizzo. I was off by a week. Everyone else had already done the videos by then. Now, granted, that means I got the most information, but everyone else had already gotten it. So it's stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I still had something to say. And so I said it. I feel bad, Axel, but I'm going to move you. Because I'm afraid I'm going to break this chair on live. And I can't give Chaco that satisfaction. But anyway, so then what happened with the inventory after that?
Oh, no, nothing. I mean, I'm still fixing it. This is going to be a very long project. On the plus side, it keeps me employed. On the downside, it pisses me off. So that's a way to describe it.
My work woes were I was the sole waitress for the last 3 nights at work.
Oof. At least it's good for you.
Guys, when I tell you, I was exhausted and don't like sweating. There was a lot of sweating going on. But here's something else crazy. All right, did I talk about the belly fat thing with you?
Well, I saw the
Okay. I this week have discovered that even though I have actually gone up in weight, I realize I have lost a lot of fat. So clearly my muscles, well, I am also really swollen from all the running around I've been doing. So I'm going to give myself some break on that. I probably have 10 to 15 pounds of swelling somewhere in here. So I grant myself that boo. But I was trying to do the dishes Wednesday at work. And as most of you know, you've been following me long enough, you know that below my boobs, there is a smaller second set. And as they're not as perky and they're not as fun, but they're there. And I always use them as a balance on the sink because I'm short. So it would help me hook over and stay in place so I could just concentrate on scrubbing, no problem. I kept sliding a lot. And I'm sliding and it would hit. And if you've ever had, when you've got big boobs especially, you've ever had the bottom of your tits, right where they meet the rib cage, get rocked, you feel that almost ripping sensation. You know your boobs aren't going to rip off, but it feels like it for a second.
Hurts. Yeah.
It hurts. And I was like, ow. And I couldn't figure out why I kept sliding. And then I realized it. Sometime in the last week, while I wasn't at work, I'd lost some belly fat. Enough that now it went down. Enough that now I can't hook myself the way I used to over the sink. Ark is in the chat. He can tell you because he's been there when I've been washing the dishes. And I can no longer do that. And on top of that, there is a dress I wore to my brother's wedding last year. And I love this dress. It was a gift from someone who no longer talks to me now for my birthday last year. This dress, though, boo-hoo, losing weight. Exactly, Sleazy. It's a very weird sensation because when you are overweight for a long period of time, you learn to find benefits. You learn to work with it because it's your body. You've got to make it work. And so you find...
I'll lose my little shelf right here.
Exactly. You got a shelf. You got hand warmers. It's softer to sit on certain things like that. Obviously, they don't outweigh the negatives, but the point is.
Hey, Shadow Warden.
So, hello, Shadow Warden. And so I put on the dress because before the dress was so tight on me that even though it fit, it was tight enough that I couldn't wear a bra. It would hold everything in place as if I was. In a year, preaching the damn Pope over. Thank you, Sleazy. I love you too. And yes, they are. See, I will always have that though. These girls.
Yeah, no.
And so I put the dress on like I always had because I haven't worn it in several months. I haven't needed to. And it's loose on me. So loose, in fact, I had to wear one of my nice bras and it was still loose and it was sagging in the back a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And not only that, the new pants I just got are now getting a tiny bit loose on me.
Yeah, that's why I refuse to buy any more clothes right now.
I can't go around naked. I got to wear clothes, and these are cheap. Like I 3 pairs for $30. I'm not exactly breaking the bank if I can't wear them anymore. But the point is, it's like, so I gain muscle really easy. I've always been very, very muscular, which is why when I showed you guys those photos of me when I was 16 and weighing 180, 200 pounds, I don't look it because
Right.
a lot of what I am is muscle, especially below the rib cage to the floor. My legs have always been very muscular. Damn, Sleazy, did you wake up with a stick up your ass this morning? Sleazy just likes to be a pain in the ass.
It really is just Sleazy's personality.
Exactly. Here's the thing. It is a good problem to have. 100% Art. It's just...
It feels weird.
He's reaching testosterone. He's going through a transition, okay?
Stop using the drugs. It's going to shrink your jewels.
He identifies. And we must respect those pronouns. But congrats on having an excuse to buy more clothes, right? I've already realized that more than likely if I can keep this up, and because the thing is, if I stop working in the back, which is eventually going to happen, I have to start keeping up the exercise elsewhere.
Yep.
How much info do I spill on that one? And so that's why it's just, it's been a very weird week, including I got a new member of the household for a little bit.
Oh.
And this is where Horror's not going to like this. I'm going to have to send them, though, to her Discord.
I'm not opening the Discord now.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just letting you know they're coming in. So the other day, guys, I opened up the curtains because I had to let the dogs out for the morning. Which, by the way, yes, they are out of the crate right now. However, they are quite happily laying down with Starman. And when I opened it up, I got greeted with something on the window. And I was very...
Look at Twitter.
Huh?
So I'm going to go look at Twitter.
She is not going to enjoy what I'm going to show you guys.
I'm not going to see what she's going to show you guys. I'm going to look... literally, I'm
I got to admit, she should, because this is kind of cool, guys. You're going to like it. It's very... Oh, Edie, yes. Edie does already know. Edie saw it on my Instagram. I shared it as it happened. I was very vocal on Instagram because the problem is these are the spiders that take care of my business and kill the cucarachas. And so I'm like, what do I do? Actually, stuffed chicken with cheese for lunch. Well, that's not a gender identity.
Are you sure?
Be true. Drug self. What was I thinking? Depending on the day, that is an identity. So let me show you. I was greeted with this.
Okay, I saw that. Now I'm closing it.
And what's funny is it's an egg sack that looks like a cracked open egg. I just think that's funny. And now you saw how big it is compared to my hand. If you look right here, that's all the spider too.
Mm-hmm.
She is as big as that webbing. Thankfully, she is on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Because this would have been a completely different conversation and relative story if she had been on the inside. Shortly after I would have shat myself and screamed bloody murder, she would have been splat. If that had, because it was right in my face when I opened it up. But yeah, look, it's like a little cracked egg. Isn't that kind of cool? I just think it's funny that it's an egg sack and it looks like a cracked egg. And I thought this was just a really cool
Looks like an eyeball.
Look. Seriously, look.
I'm looking at it. It looks like an eyeball. It looks like a white thing with an iris.
Little yellow yolk.
Oh dear God!
What? Did you see the nighttime one?
Yes.
Come on, that's a cool photo.
It's a very, very cool photo. It's also freaking me the fuck out.
Okay, but all right, the next one. Yesterday morning, I woke up and she was gone.
Ugh.
Now, the thing is, I looked it up. She's supposed to be brooding over it for 3 weeks. But the problem is, if you notice, she's in a very prominent location.
She picked a terrible spot.
She picked a horrendous spot. She was literally framed against a white cloth. She stood out like a sore thumb. I never got to get a photo of her because I'm pretty sure something ate her. And so I said, well, I'm going to be an abortionist today. I'm about to yeetus the fetus. So I had Starman go out and spray it with the bug spray because even though it takes 3.5 weeks to incubate and it is not anywhere near hatching, Starman won't crush it because he is afraid if he crushes it, spiders will come out. I'm like, sir, even if they do, they are so microscopic, they'll look like grains of sand. Just crush it and run.
No, he set it on fire.
I can't, it's my window.
The window won't melt.
Quick question,
you get some hairspray and a lighter and you burn it off, that's all.
Yes. It has been a big issue this year. What, Axel? I need to get off that chair so we can switch chairs, sir. Can we do that? And I need to get you water in your water dish, too.
I was so effectively not looking, I didn't realize you'd taken it down.
Oh, I forgot to share my concentration face. Hold on. Gotta bring it back up. No, Axel, because I'm about to stand up, baby. You ready? This is how Star Song looks when she's concentrating. The face of joy. I just want you to look at how contorted my face is. Not to brag, but I'm on season 4 of The Nanny. Oh, I hate you. Don't ask me to deal with snakes, though. Aren't you dealing with snakes a lot in your job right now, sir? Axel, for fuck's sake. Axel. You look constipated or horrified. And I feel, and that was me quite happy. And I was concentrating because I was like, oh, I did a good job on this image. This image looks great. And then I felt my mouth. I felt the muscles on the side of my mouth. And I was like, let's see how I look. My face does not denote my intentions. I will tell you. They are not of the same origin.
When I worked at the local Boy Scouts as their registrar, I had people literally, they would stop at my door and they would look in like they were going to talk to me about something while I was working on something, and they'd just turn around and leave because my concentration face was just like, fuck you.
Now I know why. When I dress like a slob and I'm looking at my phone at my shopping list, men don't talk to me anymore. Solves a lot of problems. Yo, the weirdest pickups are always it. I was just talking to Michelle about this the other night. We were talking like, why is it the fucking weirdos? It's always the weirdos that come to Walmart to hit on you.
Well, you're at Walmart. What the fuck else is there?
But they're everywhere here. They do it at the gas stations too. Oh, I want to tell you that that was the inventory story I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, so back when I worked at Walmart, hold on, but while Axel is off the chair, let me switch.
Hey, derp.
Let me switch him around. No, don't hit my fish tank. It's small, but I need it.
It's small, but it's fierce.
It is small, but mighty. It is like Awa. Anyways, so I was in the electronics section. Oh, my butt feels better too. Listen, this chair is good at work, and I feel great on it at work. For some reason, once I get home, my booty feels different. I just need to do something about it. Anyways, so maybe I'll do the crowdfunding. What did you do? Did you use GoFundMe? What did you use?
I used GoFundMe, but that was back before the whole trucker thing where they, fucked them over. Now I would recommend either Give, Send, Go or Ko-Fi.
Okay. Right.
And actually, I would probably go with Ko-Fi over the other two, just because you can use it, and then people can do other things with it too. So
I have to use a PayPal for Ko-Fi because I can't stand PayPal.
I don't think so. I think you can use credit card. Another thing you can use is actually Stream Elements has a payment or a donation thing that you can use through them, and that can in fact use credit cards.
Look that up. Anyways, so when I was at Walmart, okay, I had a reputation for returns. And the reputation was I was a bitch. Because if you came in and you wanted to return your TV, not a problem. Let me see your receipt. Do you have your box? Where's the serial number? I was anal because the thing is, I don't know if you guys know this. So this is why I don't like people shit on Walmart. If you work for Walmart and your store gets 0 steals, like if your overhead doesn't suffer any losses, you don't have any issues with loss prevention, no incidents, you get a bonus. And your bonus relies on how long you've been there. And if you work a certain amount of hours. So you can stand to get a $2,000 bonus if you work enough hours every quarter, if your store makes enough money. And my store is one of the few where we got our bonuses. It was very rare, which is why everyone gets so annoyed when you steal from them, you fucking assholes. But anyways, because you're screwing over not just the store, but the employees. That's besides the point. You don't
Most
care
people
about
don't
that.
know these things.
Insurance covers it. Is that why Walmart's pulling out of San Francisco and LA? You fucking tards. Anyways.
In fairness, most people don't understand insurance doesn't cover that, but okay.
Oh,
Let's continue.
Greedy.
We won't have this conversation.
I know.
We're going to finish your inventory story is what we're going to do.
I just get so mad, dude, about it. I get so mad. Anyways.
I agree.
So, this particular day, I was on lunch. And this is back, you guys, some of you might be too young, when the iPods came out. Do iPods even exist anymore?
I think so. I don't know.
Eyes a win because no matter the cost. I love Walmart. The insurance doesn't cover ride either, exactly. But anyways, so this is when the iPod Touch came out. The iPod Touch, this was right before the iPhone. Like we were right on the cusp. Okay? And the iPod Touch had just come out about the year before. Or a year or two ago, before this. And we had someone bringing us right around Christmas time. As I get up front, because I had to take all the items, because when you get a returned item, if it's good enough, you can sell it for a discounted price. It has to be sent back to the retailer, all this jazz. Okay, no problem. Axel, do not fuck with the microphone. Do not fuck with said microphone, sir. Thank you. Anyways. Since we got smartphones with Spotify, right. So, as I go to collect all the inventory, I always do a double check. This is my first wife.
She can't be cheating on you because she's mine first. So if anything, you're the side piece.
Ooh, yes, fight for me. Oh, tell Kayla we say hi. Ash just want to talk to you. Right, he's over here like grabbing my hand right now. Oh, she's a baby. Wait, is that Bruce?
He's gotten so big.
Is that Bruce?
That's Bruce.
Stop it! No.
Yeah, he's gotten huge.
I might have to put the dogs in the crate just so I can show you guys the kittens. Oh my god.
When I took him in for his final shots, he weighed 7 pounds.
The kittens go for their first shots in a few weeks. She's looking at your stream. Oh, hello, yeah. He's so big. Anyways, so as I'm looking through the returns, I'm looking at this iPod, and it's got scratches all over it. This was December 29th. This person had just brought it back from Christmas. How? I opened it up. The entire back looked like somebody took a Brillo pad to it. I checked the serial numbers. Not only are they not the same model, they're not even the same year. And it was busted. I'm like, guys, did anyone bother to check the serial number on one of the most expensive items that we have in the fucking store? They were like, no, what? This was the return desk, by the way. And I was like, you just cost us $400. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, just look. And I showed them, and they were like, oh, yeah, ooh. See, and that's why they all know I was an asshole. It's true.
No, you were right. I mean, a well-functioning system where you match everything up and everything is in its place is a thing of joy.
Orion. I'm trying to get him to come over. He's too busy laying down with Matthew. Orion! Come here. We've had a rough week with the pups, haven't we, baby? Come here. Pup. Greta had an impacted gland.
Ooh.
And we never got to get to the vet, did we, Greta?
Uh-oh.
But I think it's because I know, hi, babies. Hi. It's all healed up now. It's just a little extra butthole. But when I tell you, hey, Greta, wanna hop up? Hop. Come, babe. Oh, my big girl. When I tell you guys, yeah, look, we both have in our laps. One of them's a little more comfortable. And when I tell you guys, it literally appeared out of nowhere. One day it wasn't there. The next day her butt had an extra bump on it.
Yep.
And by that night, it's a bonus hole, exactly. And hey, you kept me up all night and wouldn't let me sleep, so I'm going to bed. I kept you up. How dare you, Faye? And if I can show, it was on this side. No, she ain't gonna let me. She's too comfy. As I was putting her to bed, I noticed that it was trickling a little blood. And I've already taken care of cysts and other things in the past. Why are you getting nervous? I'm not gonna do it. Calm down. She's been very nervous about me touching towards her butt ever since.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, can't. It was, guys, it was huge. Huge. And I noticed a little blood coming out of it. And that would mean that sometime during the night it would have burst. So I took her into the bathroom and spent the next hour and a half, which, mind you, I still have no AC. So this is a very sweaty hour and a half, chasing this dog around the bathroom, trying to fit. And once it finally popped, like fully, that was when it was a real rodeo.
Oh, yeah.
Tooth and nail. And so finally, poor Starman, I had to wake him up out of a dead sleep. But I couldn't do it by getting out of the bathroom. No, I had to be like a mad woman, banging on the walls, screaming for him, because I couldn't. If I left the bathroom, I was not going to get her back, because she would have bolted.
She knew what was going to happen.
Oh, she's not a stupid dog. And the next morning, it had gone down significantly. And the next morning after that, even more so. So I will say, you can take care of an impacted gland at home.
You can if you have to.
Know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I've handled quite a few impacted glands of multiple animals and humans in my lifetime, so I was comfortable enough to do it. Plus, I have the saline solution, the antibacterial stuff. I have the gloves on hand. I have the alcohol on hand. Greta, do you love bananas? You did love bananas. Did you love your watermelons? Her tail is wagging so hard right now. And I'm just so glad, because I think, by the way, starts on Doc's some healing on me. Oh, good. Oh, good. It was Faye had to go to the doctor over something. But whatchamacalls it. So We just had a very long week, and then Orion, out of nowhere, has broken out all over his body. And so the one thing I did, so we were running out of dog food for a hot minute, and I had emergency frozen dog food. And I think that's what caused all this. And mind you, it was a good brand. It was Wellness.
Yeah, I've fed my dogs that before.
I've never had a problem. See, now
Maybe it was just in the freezer too long?
No, because you see, Merrick canned food, and even to an extent, Tiki canned food for dogs. My dogs break out. The only time they never break out is Fresh Pet. I never have a breakout with Fresh Pet. And out of nowhere, both of them have pustules. Better, like, he had mosquito bites before, but now he's covered in zits. Covered. Mouth, chin, butt, belly. And she rarely gets them at all. And she has a giant gland problem. And it wasn't even a normal impacted gland. I made sure to watch like 10 videos of what infected glands look like.
Right.
What came out of her wasn't what came out of any other dog in these videos. So I'm like, I'm gonna avoid Wellness and Merrick for the dogs. It's so
there wasn't any chicken or something, or
they don't have allergies though. I can feed these dogs any meat that I want. I fed them raw lamb, raw chicken, raw beef. Obviously not raw pork, but I can give them anything. So it was just very weird. I give them different. I can give them Solid Gold, Castor, and Pollock. I can give them Simply Nourish. I can give them Only Natural Pet, Tiki Dog, all that, and it's fine. For some reason, Brucey, he's gotten so sweet.
Yeah, he's. But the difference between him and Sydney are just so night and day. I can't even begin to tell you.
So how's the search for his owner going? Exactly.
He's still here. But I take him to work, and maybe someone will see him and want him.
Listen, if you had listened the first time, Faye Queen, and just used the word, wouldn't have these problems. But, you don't have to.
It's called a safe word for a reason,
right? I can't. She always doesn't want to stay up, but she does at the same time. Do you want to get down?
I noticed she said she was going to bed. She's still here.
Well, I was contemplating because of the kittens, but they're in again, it's the gravity door, so I'm contemplating how I'm going to get them here without them all running. Who would you guys want to see? Dante, well, actually, I'll let you. Dante, Atticus, or Gorian? Who would you want to see?
I like Dante. He's cute.
You want to go to bed? You want to go to the crate? Go ahead. You can get down. You can get down, Greta. Go ahead.
She's like, I don't believe you.
Right? Hold on, because Orion's standing right there. Orion, come here. And come here, buddy. Up. I know.
But Mom, I'm tired.
Well, he's sniffing my belly first, because again, I was doing all that cleaning earlier. I didn't know my volume was on my phone all this time. Orion, here. You want to come give me kisses? Come on. Hop. I know. Oh, such a rough boy.
Such a handsome boy.
He was very concerned about me cleaning the bathroom earlier. But I was singing, and see, my voice is finally. I found a guy who literally produces honey. When I tell you it's as local as it gets, he's a street down from me.
Nice.
And it's as local as it gets. So I was singing Total Eclipse of the Heart. And I was hitting every note great. And then he walked up and he made me laugh. And I strained my throat. And so I was like, well, shit. But all right, let me get these mutts to bed. And I shall bring back Dante.
And I'm going to figure out what to talk about while you're gone.
Well, I mean, you could talk about Bruce and his training and how good he's been.
He's actually, I wouldn't say that he's good. He's a smart dog, so he catches on real quick to what you want, but he is so different from Sydney. Sydney is a bullheaded, smart dog who kind of wants to do his own thing, so you have to really force him to do what you want him to do. Whereas Bruce really kind of wants to make you happy. And so he'll figure it out faster. And then he's so mild. He's very, I don't know, he's just very sweet. So he doesn't have a tendency to get as excited and jumpy as Sydney does. Unless, of course, you are coming home. Inside the house, he can be very excited and jumpy. You leave the house with him and he becomes very quiet and shy. But he's getting better. He's becoming a little more outgoing. It's part of why I am taking him to work with me, because he is one of those dogs which, if you didn't take him out and help him socialize, he would quickly become very insular and unfriendly to strangers. So far, he is starting to approach people a little more eagerly. He's still got some issues. I've noticed neither of them will catch food. If you throw food at them, they just let it bounce off their faces. I've tried to teach them, get them excited to catch the food. Nothing. I think I need to get better treats for that. They refuse to catch their food. It's weird. Now, if you're giving them, like, of course, they get some table scraps every so often, and then they're excited for that. But then you have 5 dogs around you, and you can't really throw it right then because someone will steal the food. As it is, if you, the bacon strips. Oh my God, bacon strips. This little dog loves his bacon strips. He will go crazy for one of those. He actually stole one out of Sophie's mouth the other morning when I was putting her on the back porch. The girls in this house, for some reason, if it's wet outside, don't like to go to the bathroom outside. So they will go to the bathroom typically on a rug because they hate us, I guess. I don't know. But
you're
so when
frozen.
it rains, huh?
You're frozen.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, you like dropped out for a second and popped back in. So
Hmm.
I wonder if you're having internet problems. Oh my God, he's gotten so big.
I know. And he's the biggest. I'm trying to get the shoe on, that way I don't fall while I'm doing this. I gotta say, guys, I'm so fucking lucky with these kittens. They were so obedient when I opened this crate. He didn't bull rush out. And when Gorian tried to come out, I just went, no, go back in. And he just went back in. I'm like, oh my God.
He has gotten huge. He almost looks like an adult.
He's almost the size. He's bigger than Penny now.
Wow.
He's such a good boy. This is one of the reasons it took me so long. I wanted them to have a good long time to wear out. And I definitely think that's what happened here.
Oh, yeah.
He is definitely tired. And they all wanted to come out. Atticus has gotten so good at being braver and just, come on. Sorry, I'm yelling at my shoe. If you guys recall, I have to wear high heels.
So you need to get a pair of slip-ons for this.
No, you're not getting on Mommy's desk. Just look at how beautiful this boy is. I call him a little pumpkin spice latte.
He is very pretty.
Not
too much longer, and they'll be able to start coming out soon.
They're gonna be so perfect about it, because so we've discovered that Sinbad is a scaredy cat when it comes to the dogs. I left them on the floor level where the dogs were eye to eye to them for months, almost a year. He would be fine. He'd even reach through the crate to try to get to the dogs. And yet, now, if Orion is in front of him, Sinbad goes from 0 to 300. He practically screams.
Oh, God.
Athena's tearing herself apart. We don't know what's happening. Look at this little face.
Look at that.
Oh, my God. Hold on. I'm going to try to turn you off and on again.
Okay.
See if I can give it a few seconds. I know, Dante.
Hi, I'm back.
No, you're still frozen. Oh, are you watching Auntie Horror? You watching? Oh, you were. He was watching you on screen, then he was like, eh. He gets, out of all the kittens, he does get the most overheated. Like, he pants so easy.
Really?
He looks like the cat that hangs out nearby the school waiting for the kids to come out to play. He is such a sweet cat. He is a little shit and he does get into trouble. If you guys, I forget what the farm is called, but there is an emu called Emmanuel, and the owner will yell, Emmanuel, make good choices, make smart choices. And whenever they're doing something bad, Starman shouts, boys, make smart choices. And it's so funny. And they actually, that's what they respond to.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're touching something they're not supposed to, we go, make smart choices, and they'll usually back away. They're very smart kittens. Like, I've got to say, watching them, it definitely shows the difference between a kitten getting raised with other kittens that are not from their litter and kittens getting raised alone.
Right.
Because I've never had kittens that have been this smart as a group, and I've raised multiple kittens together. I've raised 4 at the same time. It's so different.
Oh, yeah.
Kittens all being related, having that bond, makes it so different.
Well, I think that's part of the reason Bruce is so much different from Sydney, because yes, he had Sydney to play with as he got older, but he didn't have a little brother or sister in the litter with him to play with him as he now he's not, it hasn't seemed to have diminished his mental capacity, but it has certainly had an effect on how interactive he is.
A more mature puppy.
Huh?
A more mature puppy.
I wouldn't say more mature. He's actually shyer. When we're outside, when we're inside the house, he's not shy at all. But when I take him out and it's just him, he's far shyer. Sydney is much more outgoing and aggressive, almost not that kind of aggressive, but more just more outgoing, I guess, more extroverted. Where Sydney or Bruce gets very introverted. People actually have to get down to his level before he'll approach them. Most of the time, it's kind of interesting.
I definitely think it's interesting. You like the cotton? Yeah.
I'm gonna refresh and see if maybe that fixes me on your end.
I just like showing him the world. Let's see. Should we let Auntie Horror back in? Let's let her back in. Let's see. There she is. Oh, we see her again. Goodbye.
Aw, ball of yarn. Where are those rubber bands?
So it's a hollow plastic ball with some yarn around it. Yeah.
Oh, he wants to play with that.
He loves balls. He loves all sorts of he's very texture oriented, very tactile. What's that? Yeah.
No, it's funny because these two will play like they're basically litter mates, being brothers. But they'll so we have a I need to get a picture someday, a floor vent where the air conditioning comes out. And Sydney will lay on top of the air vent, and Bruce will lay on top of the air vent with Sydney. They'll both cuddle together on top of it.
That's adorable.
And it's hilarious because if Sydney goes outside and he lays down on the air vent, the air will blow up and blow his fur on his face.
Oh, it's a little Marilyn Monroe.
Funny. But yeah, they'll cuddle together on that, and they actually have a pretty close bond. It's pretty interesting.
Well, the thing is, it's like with Sinbad and Axel. Sinbad and Axel get along so well. Sinbad is more apt to come and he used to hide in furniture all the time in the beginning, and Axel kept going to wherever he was hiding and sitting above him. And now Sinbad, he's been sitting above me this whole time. So cute. His big boy teeth came in. The other two, their kitten teeth are still in.
Oof.
But he's already got big boy teeth. So crazy. But I just love this kitten so much.
He's so
And
cute.
he's so much like Bastion. He's a little crazier. I won't lie. There are some differences. And it's just, he looks so much like him. He's got a lot of the similar features. It's just such a possibility that they could have been related. Except you're a little demon. You a little demon? You got a little bit of ear mites?
Ooh.
Is that what I'm seeing?
Ear mites are no fun.
I hate that they happen like so randomly. Because as you guys know, I don't let the cats interact with the kittens. And I'm pretty careful about it. But
well, we ended up having, when I was in my teens, we ended up having to declaw my cat Spooky because he would scratch his, I mean, when I say declaw, we had to get all 4 paws done.
you said he was
Because he would-
destroying himself so much.
Oh yeah, he would scratch his ears so hard he'd get ear infections.
Zorro, so we have this little, and again, these ointments didn't come out until now. I have 2 different ointments that really do help with the cats. I'm building up an entire cat dog emergency kit, so that way, like, because for a lot of minor things like colds and even cysts, you really don't have to go to the vet. This is no medical advice, just in case. But
if you don't know what you're doing, go to the vet.
Huh?
If you don't know what you're doing, go to the vet.
If you don't know what you're doing, go to the vet. I have been advised by my vet for most of what I do. So I follow a lot of their advice and I have it now. I keep lots of saline solution, antibiotic ointment on hand. I have the gloves. I make sure that whatever I'm doing, I keep track of the wounds. I keep them clean. My animals don't go outside. So, there's a lot of, my environment is clean. Sure, it's a little cluttered, but it's not a messy environment. So I am in a very lucky position where I don't have to worry about it. Isn't that right? But with, I was going to start to say an at-home pet pharmacy. Sort of, if I could have, because there's a really good antibiotic that has a really good shelf life. And dogs and cats can use it. It's called Orbax. And when Bastion and Atreyu had those infections, the vet gave me a full bottle of it. Now, between all of us, that bottle is only empty now because it's been clutch.
Yeah.
When Penny got sick, when Zorro's been sick, when I have been using that for a while now. It just finally emptied out. When these boys got sick, if I could get my hands on a couple of bottles of Orbax, I'd be in heaven.
I would bet there's a way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Of course, in a totally legal and ethical way.
All right. Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of proper ways to do that.
And you're a good boy. And it's one of the most powerful ones. And what I like about it, it's shelf stable. It doesn't go bad. So you can keep it for forever. And all you got to do is get the right measurements. That's the big kicker. And so having it on hand is a very big help and was a very big help, because when my cats got sick over the last 2.5 years, when they got infections, for instance, like when Zorro got an infection for a little bit, Axel's been sick, when Penny got an infection, Athena got sick, when these boys all had their colds. Colds are where I use it the most, especially if there was any wheezing or anything like that. God, you were such a well-behaved little boy. Anyways, you look tired, my dear. Are you exhausted?
No, I'm fine. For whatever reason, about 7:30, 8, 9, somewhere in that range, I just get really tired. And I might fall asleep for a little bit, but it's dangerous for me to do that.
Because then you stay up all night?
Because then I'll wake up and then I can't go back to sleep.
What?
And then I'll wake up and I'll end up being up at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and it throws my whole schedule off.
You can't explore today. You can look. You gotta listen to Auntie Horror talk about how she has a terrible sleep schedule.
The joys of being an insomniac.
And getting older. Because the worst part is, when you get older, on top of it, your body changes, your brain changes. You're terrible.
Your skin changes.
So much.
Yeah, I'm starting to get, I don't know if it's eczema or psoriasis, but I'll get it right here.
It's eczema.
And
irritation.
The only thing that works on it is the same steroid I use on my hands when I'm getting a little breakout. Yeah, that doesn't work.
It does for me. What you want to do?
Well, you're lucky.
Don't deep throat the Blistex.
Yeah, no, they used to try it. I've tried all sorts of, it's the same stuff I get on my hands. And they tried all sorts of different topical steroids. There's only one that works for me. And now it'll clear it up within a couple days.
Right.
And honestly, as long as I use it, as soon as I notice I have a bump or something, it'll clear it up nearly instantly. And then I don't have to use it for a couple of days. But it's still a pain in the ass.
Do you know my dog is afraid of this? And Dante's like, wow.
This is so cool.
Orion is terrified of this thing.
Orion is afraid of the slinky.
What is he doing?
And I want to get it. No, Annie, I haven't. I am so sensitive to so many different things that I get really anxious about putting the wrong thing on my skin.
It's bad because, like, so I bet I could probably use shea butter at this point, but because when I initially used shea butter and cocoa butter, it made me break out and it's so bad. I avoid it at all costs. I'll use aloe, and that's great. Olive oil, no problem. Avocado, fantastic. Do not bring the other stuff near me.
I always use shea butter and cocoa butter on my legs and my arms and my hands, but I will never use it on my face.
I can't use it anymore.
It's way too oily on my face.
Yep. Super, super oily. Coconut oil, too, I don't use. I don't understand these people are like, oh, coconut oil, it solves everything. No, the fuck it doesn't.
Well, for one, I'm allergic to coconut, so let's not.
We don't want to do that. We like her. We want to keep her around.
I'll be honest, I don't seem to have a problem if I use it topically, but I can't ingest it. That causes some serious issues.
No, you're not going on the desk.
For the most part, Annie, I'm okay. I don't normally have too much issues. The best things I've noticed to keep myself from having breakouts is to not shower too often. Which, most people won't really understand that.
I don't. I'm very grateful that my house is entirely one floor because
trust me, stairs suck.
And like she was saying, again, this whole debate online about white people being dirty. If you have skin issues, you really shouldn't be bathing a lot. I know we've had this conversation several times on the channel, but you really shouldn't.
No. Over showering, over washing causes you more problems, and honestly, it's a conspiracy from Big Soap.
It kind of is.
It kind of is, but it sounds more fun.
I'll be back. I gotta go put him back in the crate because now he's like, he wants to explore. He's had enough of me holding him. He's probably getting overheated too.
Now he's anxious. Yeah, now he wants to play. But yeah, for as long as I don't overwash, as long as I keep myself moisturized, I'm good. I don't have too much issue. And as long as I'm not using the wrong kind of laundry detergent.
Hold on, let me raise it up because he's really interested in the microphone.
Whoop.
There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dante. What?
And he's like, well, not so much anymore now that you want me to look at it.
Right now that I'm letting him. because he
Yeah.
sees himself in the mirror. Hold on. Let me see.
You're absolutely right, Black Cat. Too much water will indeed poison you.
Who's that? Who is that?
What kind of weirdo is allergic to soap and water? Me.
Who's that? Who's that handsome boy in the mirror there? He's so mesmerized. All right. I know. You're like your brother Gorian. The first time he saw himself in the mirror, he lost his shit. He was like, whoa. All right. Am I bringing another boy out, or is it just Dante tonight?
Oh, if you can get Gorian, that'd be great.
Check, go get your brother. Let's go see if Gorian will be behaved tonight. Oh, come on.
I actually live in Montana, Annie, and yeah, I can get my eczema used to get really bad, but between making sure I just keep moisturized and don't overwash, I'm good. I also, like I said, I have to make sure I'm using the right laundry detergent. As a matter of fact, we have a thing on our wall. It's called a Pure Wash that instead of using laundry detergent, it oxygenates the water, and that kills all the bacteria. And honestly, the one thing people don't realize is what gets your clothes clean isn't the laundry soap. It's the friction of the movement of the wash. The soap's really just to get rid of smells. It doesn't actually do much.
Tell me why I walked in with Gorian and he went, and
because he knew it was his turn.
And Atticus stood at the door and did not move. He was like, okay, it'll get my turn. I know. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Oh, a little purr.
Like a boy.
Such a pretty boy. They all have the same golden eyes.
They're all just good boys. I am very lucky. I have gotten very blessed with these boys.
Yes, Sleazy. It's the motion of the ocean that cleans your clothing. It's the friction, not the soap.
Although the soap does help.
Not really. It's mostly the friction. The soap mostly, what's the word? Deodorizes. There we go.
But it also moisturizes if you get the right soap.
If you use the right soap, but we use, it's called a Pure Wash, so it puts extra oxygen in the water, which deodorizes and cleans, so we don't even have to use soap. And the clothes last so much longer, and they're so much softer. Ah! He's after you.
What? Is my ear delicious?
Hey, Jade Dragon.
Look at how fucking cute this boy is.
Oh, God. Look at how shiny and smooth his fur is.
Oh, that was something. That was something I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah?
So, as you see, my kittens have beautiful shiny coats, gorgeous bright eyes, and even with fleas in my house, healthy, happy, gorgeous cats. I'm getting rid of the fleas, but it's expensive, okay?
They're rough.
Liz Seibert is a model on YouTube and TikTok. And I think we've talked about her. She had an ED.
Yeah.
And she's recovering by eating a lot of Amish food.
Right.
So she's eating heavy dairy. She's eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. And she was taking like 36 supplemental pills. Because she only started this diet like 6 to 8 months ago. I'm not quite sure on the exact time frame. And it was to recover, these supplements help recover the severe nutrient deficiencies that she had. And a bunch of people were getting mad at her for that alone. Then on top of that, they were trying to find which rescue she worked through. Because, all right, so she fosters dogs. What, you gonna get me? What? You gonna get me? What's that?
Look at him. Ooh, who's that?
I told you he goes crazy for it. Yeah, who's that boy in the mirror there? That's you. He is such a kid.
Aw.
Anyways,
Yeah, that's
so
the tall model.
you know you're a model. So Zeppelin is a dog with special needs. He has walking problems and he also has liver problems.
Right.
Now, he also had slight aggression problems. He's less than a year old. She was working with him with a trainer. Your camera went off, my dear.
I know. I
Oh,
know. I needed to do something with my nose and I didn't want everybody to watch me.
don't blame you. So, the rescue thought they had a home for Zeppelin.
Mm-hmm.
The people that adopted him put him in a precarious situation with a small child.
Uh-oh.
Zeppelin nipped at the kid. But here's the problem. They reported it to the hospital as a bite.
Oh, shit.
So the dog now has a bite history. So not only did he get returned, but one more incident, and the dog is euthanized.
Yeah.
Now, there's technically nothing wrong with Zeppelin. He's a very typical working class German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
These people try to claim that she's irresponsible, she doesn't do this, she doesn't do that. And on top of that, she feeds him a raw diet, which is just absolutely horrendous
Oh,
for
God.
dogs with liver problems.
How would that be horrendous for a dog with liver problems? There's less for his liver to process.
I literally looked it up, you guys. Raw feed is like perfect for a dog with liver problems, and it can actually reverse them completely. Oh, how crazy is that? And these people, like, literally were telling me, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I want you to look at every time my animals who are super healthy and who eat almost entirely protein often get raw food. The only reason the kittens aren't getting it yet is because I cannot afford to feed 13 cats on raw food.
Right.
I can't afford that. Again, you all want to see me do that? I will set up a GoFundMe. I will buy them 3 years worth of raw feed.
Let's get you a chair first, then we'll feed the cats.
That's true. Isn't it sad that I would rather? I would
It's
be
not sad. It's just it's easy. It's all honestly in some ways it's more fun to take care of the animals than it is. It's like instead of buying that nail polish I want, I spent money on buying the dogs new food and buying some other stuff that they need. So
What a coincidence. I did the same thing. I had the opportunity to put money aside for a chair, but I also had the opportunity to buy 2 bags of what's usually $98 dog food for half the price. Where do you think Starsan's money went? Any guesses?
you'll
And
notice her dogs aren't hungry.
No, my dogs are never fucking hungry. They may not have their extra treats. This is a tall model you spoke about before? Yes. Yes. And these people were like, so much so they want to get her arrested, this girl. They're trying to get her reported for animal abuse. Shadow Warden, my dogs usually get pizzle sticks and bully sticks, and they get trachea and dried lung, and they get a lot of dried meats, and they get antlers. And while I would very, 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 very much like to get that for them, thanks to Biden, I have not been able to afford those things. Whereas before, what? Before I could at least get those things sporadically from when I was broke. But right now, guys, like, so the rolls of meat I used to get from my dogs used to cost $13. They now cost $19. Bags of food that used to cost $25 now cost $45. Farm feed costs double what it used to cost. Like, it's insane.
Yep.
And a lot of people are like, oh, well, you just don't know what you're doing. Everything has tripled in price in the last few years. Snacks that used to cost $2 now cost $5. And even though the antlers and stuff haven't changed in price, they generally stay the same, because even though Nothing's changed about antlers. They're going to happen no matter what. But everything else, the food involved to make dog food, cat food, etc., that's all changed. It's gotten more expensive, and I had to choose. So my animals don't get the snacks and treats they used to get. They get their food, and that's it. And if I get lucky once in a while, I will pick up something. Like I almost like I don't care about people buying me anything, but I almost want to start advertising a wish list on Amazon for my animals. Like
I
for
mean,
little treats and loving things for them.
much as they show up, you might as well.
It's true. Thanks,
People
Biden.
like
Now
to
pet
treat other
theaters.
people's pets,
Huh?
but people like to treat other people's pets. I mean, they really do. But I mean, one thing people don't tend to consider is that anytime gas prices go up, the price of everything else goes up because everything, just about everything in your store, nearly everything on the shelves has to get there, and it gets there in a truck.
That's why it's like organic dog meat. Yes. And that's why, because the thing is, guys, when who remembers back at the beginning of Biden's presidency, we had all these problems with the shipping containers and with trucks and truckers, sir. Make smart choices.
Come here, kitty kitty. What? Oh, come here, old man. Uh-oh. Starsense froze. Nuh-uh, it's just at the store, right? I wonder when she realizes she froze up on us. I miss paying $20 for a full tank. You and me both. I miss not having a small heart attack every time I have to put gas in my car. She froze up. Starson, we miss you. Here. He's not a kitten, but he's my old man. He's 10. He's over 10 years old. He's a big baby. Oh no, she's gone. She left us. What now? I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Also, my background's messy. I've been walking to the guy to save money on gas. Right. Yeah. You have an 11-year-old tuxedo cat? Nice. This is a big brown tabby who has recently discovered a love for... Oh, come here. They have those lickable treat things. Oh, the gym. The gym. That makes more sense. On the plus side, you get more exercise on the way to that gets in your walking cardio, gives you a nice little warm up before you get to the gym. Then you can just go right into whatever you do in the gym. You hear the purr? Purring kitty. He's my loud purring kitty. I wonder if she realizes she's gone. Let me check those phone. Do. Ah, well, there she is. Tell her you left us. Nope. LEFT US. There we go. There we go. Work them glutes, yeah. Walking's some of the best exercise, guys. Don't ever discount walking. And my cat left me too. Everybody left me. I'm being abandoned. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Let's see here. So, yeah, I'm just going to continue on that conversation. No, I don't think you guys really want to hear me rant about how important truckers and gas are to our general economy and your daily lives. I'm sure you all know this. You're intelligent people. You're here after all. And this is an animal stream. Annie, for a second, it sounded like you meet up with a sketchy dude on the corner for discount pet food. That's funny. My mother's Tabby loses her mind at the sight of me begging for attention, following me like a little dog. Aww. She doesn't know she left us. Take a picture. Take a picture so she sees she's gone. Everybody smile. Here, I'm gonna get the chat. See? There we go. I sent her a picture. Oh, yeah. It's rambling to a dead camera. Mad, probably. Purina chicken feed is bad enough. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, we heard a lot of things about people wondering if their chicken feed was making their chickens lay less eggs. Hey, Blue Toner, how you doing tonight? What is the best soup? Tomato. Homemade tomato soup is the best soup. Ooh, that's what I'm going to do with those tomatoes that are down there. I'm going to make tomato soup. So we're going to have tomato soup this week. Because I got a bunch of tomatoes I need to do something with. And they're really sweet. They're delicious fucking tomatoes. I got them from the Hutterites. If you don't know what the Hutterites are, think of the Amish, but they use electricity. Nice people. Really like them a lot. They have the best eggs. The eggs, I was unaware how small the eggs in the store have gotten. The eggs they get, I don't know what they do with their chickens. I don't know if it's the breed of chicken or if it's the feed they feed their chickens. But their eggs are huge. Is jambalaya a soup? It's more of a stew. Honestly, I think it might be kind of its own thing. Because, yeah, it's definitely not a soup. It's more stew-like, I have to say. I should learn to make jambalaya, though. I've always wanted to. Yeah, she didn't know she was gone. Gumbo's also more of a stew. And there she is. She went and got Atticus for us. But we can't see because she's not here. It's died. And Atticus is so pretty. I love his clouds. Can you guys see that? There we go. Poor Black Cat. He just wants to know about soup, and people are talking about jambalaya and gumbo and yeah, I started my tomato plants from seeds this year, and I started them like a month too late. So my tomatoes are really just now starting to turn ripe, which sucks because I live in Montana, and that means snow any day now. Especially as you get into October, you are more and more likely to encounter snow and overly cold nights. I do need to get out there and pick what red tomatoes there are, and then I will take the green tomatoes that are out there and I will put them in a box, because the cool thing about tomatoes is even if they're green, when you pick them, they will ripen. They will self-ripen. Best thing to do is to put them stem side down. Or is it blossom side down? No, I don't remember. I think it's stem side down. I feed my chickens my food scraps and bugs from bug traps. Thus, the yolks from my eggs are reddish yellow and bigger than my neighbor's eggs. Very cool. Yeah, I don't know what they feed their chickens or how they raise their chickens for that matter. I just know their eggs are better than what I get at the store. I mean, the store eggs are usually about this big, I want to say. Their eggs are like this big. So it's a substantial difference. And it's funny sometimes because you get the ones with the double yolk and you can tell because the egg is slightly awfully odd shaped. And I got to figure out how I'm going to get my eggs because I've been getting them from the farmer's market every Saturday. And I started mine on time and had a late frost. Oh no, killing everything even in the greenhouse. That sucks. Had to buy more from a local garden center. Oh god, that's awful. Yeah, really would like to get the shed we have out back cleared out so that next year, part of the reason they got started a month late was because, well, we got a black screen up where she's supposed to be. So, oh, now we can kind of hear you. You're, she sounds like a robot. Oh god. That's a terrible image.
Oh, here's something now.
Nope, there we go. Almost there.
I can't hear you.
She can't hear us, so we can't hear. I mean, we can kind of hear you.
All I hear is
Man,
my internet
we're hearing too.
Out of nowhere. Can you guys hear me?
Watching a slideshow.
I can't see you, so I can only imagine what you're seeing, hearing.
It's awful. It's been awful.
It's awful. All I hear is awful.
Now we can kind of see you, but not really well. Yeah, you sound like.
Oh, I can see you now.
You're like from Galaga.
You do too.
You no longer sound like a robot.
I'm holding my hand super still. Yeah, my internet. Oh, it's a mosquito.
Is it plugged in?
My internet decided to die, and I don't know why. It almost never happens, but when it does, yes. So hi, guys.
Like the least flattering look for you.
Get into the harsh light.
Yeah, well, it's more the pixels. You're kind of clearing up occasionally. You're slowly getting clearer. Oh, no, don't do that. You were getting clearer. We can almost see you. Hey, Tim Kabar. How are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I can look at the comments. I forgot that part.
Yeah, you can look at the comments. You can read the chat anyway. Quick, everybody tell her how great it is to see her. What you can see of her anyway.
I can't see their comments.
You can't?
Okay. It's a little floating circle.
Technical difficulties.
It's my internet. Out of nowhere, it has fought me. I will say a hurricane came through the other day.
Yeah.
And lately it seems like right after the major storm, Spectrum decides to torture us.
Makes sense.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. So I can say whatever I want and Star Sand can't see? Yes, that's basically what's going on.
Essentially, I'm assuming that's Bublito, though.
That's not.
Was that Bublito saying that?
No, that was Jade Dragon.
Listen, a green troublemaker is a green troublemaker.
You're not wrong. And they all seem to be troublemakers, those green people.
At least the ones in my audience. All of them be French.
Go figure.
Of course. I gotta try to get these damn shoes on. Well, this will automatically mean we have to cut this very short because as we all know, I needed to replace my phone for the last year and a half.
Yep.
And this bitch is not going to last that long today. So, hopefully sometime during the night, Spectrum will get their head out of their ass. As I have to stream tomorrow as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad, guys. I had Atticus here and everything.
He was so cute. Wait, I showed him the pictures. Or I tried to.
Tried to. He is not well behaved outside of the crate like the other boys are. He is very much like, oh, what is that? Ooh, what is that? Ooh, what is that?
He's so pretty, though.
Oh, he's a beautiful cat. My dad said out of all of them, he's his favorite. Hold on, Axel. Let me finish putting on my damn shoes, boy. You need to wait. Again.
It's not my fault. Saracen was so self-absorbed in her monologue that she didn't notice we were gone.
Oh, no, I noticed. Was I monologuing at the time? I can't remember.
I think you were just about to go get Atticus.
Yeah, I was.
So.
Hi, Axel. Well, some things don't. You knock down that damn phone.
Yeah.
Spectrum usually has been. What?
I don't normally have too much problems, and I have Spectrum, but I'm also signed up for fiber.
Spectrum's usually really good to me. I just, as of late, I think there's been some mess up in the wirings. And don't forget, guys, I cannot emphasize how rural I live. Like, I don't think Horror even grasps it, and she knows my location. I showed her geographically.
I understand. I actually have grandparents that live in kind of that type of area. Actually in the same state, just not the same area. You probably live pretty close to them. Huh?
What?
They live near Greensboro.
Opposite side. But whenever you go visit them,
I'm more likely to come visit you than I am to go visit them. All right, I should say my grandmother because my grandfather died. So.
Oh. That resolves one problem. You guys can see me.
Yes.
That's it.
Hey, Metastep.
Yeah, I can't. It's still trying to. Oh, I think pretty much because T-Mobile's great outside of where I live. The moment I enter my neighborhood, like literally the moment, is when my regular phone doesn't work well, and I have to use my internet. So.
I gotta say, for a phone, you're not doing too bad. I mean, I've seen better, but
this is a good phone. It's an old phone at this point, but it's a good phone.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can see my clouds for once.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
See, everyone complained that I had me mostly out of camera shot. Because I'm very proud of my backdrop. Because I made most of it.
Yeah.
Or I assembled it myself. Now, I will say, if you're noticing the pixels out of, I need a new LED desperately. My internet's not coming back up. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I need new LEDs for my room. I need all sorts of stuff. Ow, bitch.
Yeah, I need to do the LED thing and get a better backdrop. I do like what I'm doing over here, but I need some lights for that to, yeah.
Oh, my wash is done. Because whenever you finish cleaning your bathroom, you do a load of laundry. That's how I feel about it, at least. No, I'm going to keep fucking with your paw because you keep fucking with me, boy.
I don't have internet. We use our phone hotspot if we need the laptop. Yeah, I know people who do that.
I need the internet because of all the stuff I do. My phone hotspot would die within 2 weeks. And then I get charged more. It's not worth it.
However, you can go back and watch the rest. When we go, you can go back and watch the rest of the show because that still adds to my watch hours, which I really got to pump up. I'm almost at 1,000 watch hours. I need 2,000 more.
We need to get her up there, and then we need 1,000 people. What are you at in followers now?
558.
Nice.
Pushing so hard after I hit the 500 just because
you start pushing again. We need to get you 1,000.
I'm kind of trying to avoid the idea of a 24-hour stream. So
say it's a 12 one. 12 hours is a lot more achievable.
I'm already committed to a 12-hour because I said when I hit 500 I would do a 12-hour stream on Halloween. So on Halloween I will be streaming from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m.
And how do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. That won't be so hard. The last 24-hour stream I did, I had to drop out at about 17 hours because I developed an ear infection. And my headset was literally pushing into my head and making my head hurt even more. And then
you already had the ear infection.
I was unaware. Well, I was ignoring the fact that I was developing an ear infection. And about 17 hours into the stream, the ear infection had gotten so bad that I had to stop. And then I went to bed for about 2 weeks.
See,
basically, you know that thing that happened with you in your throat happened to me in my ears.
Pretty sure I heard someone puke.
Mm. Hey, Michael, I love Baldur's Gate 3. Just saying. Oh, congratulations, Sleazy. 200, you'll get there.
What's that, guys?
It's the hours. The watch hours are rough.
I shall be right back.
She's going to go check on what vomited. It's an Imperium of Man in the name of the God Emperor. I'm going to guess that's 40k. I actually haven't played any 40k, so I don't know a whole lot of the lore. When we had Verizon for internet, our hotspot works great, but recently switched to AT&T and it almost never works. Yeah, it's one of the few reasons I actually like living anywhere near a city is reliable internet. The internet here, despite having Spectrum, has been pretty stable for the most part. We occasionally get little hiccups, but not that bad. The Emperor protects, that's all that matters. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll get into some 40k, but I don't know. The lore seems pretty dense, and I don't think I have that kind of time. Oh, I'm at 987 watch hours. So yeah, another 13 watch hours, and I'm at 1,000. Then I just need 2,000 more. Then I can do subs. That's okay. Really got to sit down and do the rest of these. Don't tell Star San how much I like her cloud lights. She'll think it's a compliment. They tried to rip me off like, ooh, that sucks, Metastep. I'm sorry.
Oh, it sucks, Star San. Still heard the compliment.
Oh, damn. Did I say that out loud?
Oh, no.
Sorry. I guess she knows.
Yeah, but who said
it? Jade.
Let's see. Let's try again.
Someday, Sleazy. Not now. Definitely not now.
Hold on, actually.
Oh, wow. It's actually cleared up really nice just now.
I know. I think my internet came back on. I'm trying to find out. Because I know I paid the bill, so I know it's not that.
Right, meow, damn it. No. I've got Caffeinated Wolf trying to get me to play Monster Hunter more. I've got my own Baldur's Gate 3 addiction going on. I've got my 7 Days to Die issue.
What, Nova?
About the only thing I can do is I don't know what to do next. I've got to finish doing
Play Horizon.
Shorts. What?
Play Horizon.
Oh shit! I still got to do that one too. Got to finish that one, and I want to replay Cyberpunk 2077 with the updates and the DLC. I've got issues. Got so many games to play. I just made it to Act 3. Baldur's Gate gets crazy. I'm still not even out of Act 1. I'm telling you, I've got 30 or 40 hours into Act 1.
She's trying, kids. She's trying.
I mean, my problem is I want to look at everything and I want to touch everything and I want to find everything and I want to do everything.
Isn't that the point of playing video games? What,
There's
Nova?
a Space Marine game coming out soon. Would love to see horror cleanse some Xeno filth known as the Tyranids. I might try it. I'm not good at shooters, but yeah, I'm always up to try something new. So sometimes I get lucky and I get good at it. It's like when I play pool, I do one of two things. I'm either actually pretty good because I can figure out the angles, or I can too play this game like that because I do. It's just going to take me forever. That's the only difference. But I don't care if it takes me forever. I'm fine with that. We've committed suicide. We've jumped.
All I did was stand up.
Oh, plus I
and my phone was like, yeet. I know, right? Well, I mean, look at how cute my background is. I'm so proud of that.
It is very cute.
I haven't set it up for fall yet. I need to, though. Problem is, I have to get started outside and get...
And there you go. We're all fuzzy again.
How long was I out for?
No, you weren't out. You weren't really out. You just got fuzzy.
It was telling me, and I don't even have the Wi-Fi on right now, I think. But oh, my phone is running hot. Oh, she running hot.
Maybe we should wrap it up. Yeah.
I'm trying to see
make some heat
if I can get my Wi-Fi. I've been trying to get it to show me everything. It won't show me the chat at all. No, it's not what I clicked on at all. God almighty.
Low key, I'm a Chaos Marine.
Just trying to do the overlay.
Interesting.
This is a no.
Hack/shooter like Gears of War. I can try it. Like I said, I'm willing to try it. You guys want to play with me? Is it going to be a multiplayer thing? We're getting a close-up of what I think is her thumb. I can't.
No. If this is my thumb, I've got the most detailed thumb on the planet.
No, it was just all skin color there for a second.
My tit.
The last one had co-op.
Well, kids, my phone is the kind of phone that if it gets mad, will just turn off.
Yeah.
In its old age, it does that. So I do believe, once again, due to my bipolar internet, we'll have to turn off early. Sorry. But it was fun. We talked about, and we did talk about animals, and we did talk about spotters, and we did get to share some stuff, so it was fun.
We did. We did what we did.
Har, my darling.
Yes.
Yeah. We got to have fun. Har, my darling, why don't you take us out? Let us know what's going on with you.
I'm not doing anything tomorrow except for working on my shorts. Wednesday, I will be on the midweek hump. We're having Static 2020 over, which is great because he's fun. Thursday and Friday, I will be playing Baldur's Gate 3. Saturday, I will be playing 7 Days to Die. Sunday, unless something weird happens, I'll either be playing Baldur's Gate 3 or I'll take the night off and do more editing. One of the two. But then I'll be back here and hopefully we'll have better luck.
Cross your fingers. I feel like this is my fault. I've been on time.
It's not your fault. It would have just happened earlier. That's all. Sleazy says to hit him up one day and he'll help you get better internet.
No, I love my internet. It's just this has been happening ever since the storm came through. Plus, I have to use this one because it's the only one in the area. And on top of that, Sleazy, this one supports all the things I need to do here. There's a lot. Although I do appreciate it.
It doesn't hurt to talk to him. I know he does something in that realm, so he might have more information that you don't know about.
We shall see. Either way, for me, it's same old, same old. I'm going to try to get editing done. I'm going to go to sleep on time tonight because, we stayed up late last night on the Mother to Smothered. Even after the stream, we were all ready to go to bed, and then we did not. So your girl didn't go to bed until almost 6 a.m. this morning, so she's going to go to bed. I don't talk about. We don't do anything like that on here.
Yeah.
And you should be getting a video. My internet should be back up tomorrow. So tomorrow, guys, yes, we did get some. We're gonna get some mermaid done in the evening or in the end of it. But we're gonna spend the beginning going over the potentials for Inktober and planning out what my monsters are gonna be this year. So that's gonna be kind of fun. There should be new videos coming out this week. I am gonna try my hardest just to get a bunch of them at one time. And just go hog wild. I've got a couple of them that are literally in the middle of being edited, so your girl's just been very busy. I've been going to work at 11 o'clock in the morning and not getting home until 9 o'clock at night. So, but otherwise, you will see me here next Sunday with the Mother to Smothered ladies. You'll see me here next Monday with this lovely lady. And then you will see me here next Tuesday for Chat and Draw. So I will see you guys tomorrow, noon EST. Otherwise, remember to get your animals spayed and neutered. Remember to tell people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So, Horror.
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Be safe.
You too.
And may the Spectrum gods grant me internet. Bye,
yes,
everybody.
I hear you, Alex. Oh my God. Bye.
Cat problem.